certainly been a long road to here. There were times when I never thought Ryan Chamberlain would be out of our lives.
Well, whatever sentence the judge hands down, I say we move forward, we forget about him. He's had a bad enough effect on all of us as it is.
Are you sure you can do that, Audrey?
Well, as long as I get the closure I need.
So you're going through with it?
Steve, I'll be fine. I have to do this.
We just want to be sure that you're up to it.
Oh, I am, Bobby. Believe me, I owe it to myself to face Ryan and let him know what he's done.
Okay, that's what you'll do then.
Here you go, Mac.
Thank you. I had nightmares last night. Lots of them. Brian was in all of them. He's always there. He's always around. Just like a roach.
I wish I could tell you that there's nothing to worry about. The Chamberlain's finally going to get what he deserves.
I know you do, but you can't.
You know, it's unbelievable to me that he's only being sentenced for assault and attempted murder.
He's getting a slap on the wrist when he should be sentenced for life. For murdering all those women.
Not to mention Jessica. I don't care what anybody says. He should be going down for that one, too.
You have a problem.
Tell me about it. I either find a way to win Scott's trust back, or I lose my share of Dominique's estate.
Catherine, would that really be so bad?
I beg your pardon.
Maybe there's a red flag. Time for you to cut your losses and get out of here.
Have you completely lost your mind?
Oh, have you lost your mind? What does that woman have to do, become an axe murderer?
Will you just calm down, all right? I'm telling you, she had her reasons.
Oh, excuse me, she had reasons? She changed her name. She used you to steal a whole lot of money from you, and you want to talk about reasons. Scott, just tell me, what has that parasite done to you anyway?
I'm sure you got a lot of stuff to take care of, so don't let us keep you.
Please, just pretend like we're not even here.
Oh, well, in your case, Brenda, I won't have a problem.
Listen, there's no reason to take a cheap shot at Brenda, okay?
Oh, but it's okay if she takes one of me. Is that it?
Look, I didn't even say anything.
Just forget it, you guys. Is Ruby here? I want to say goodbye before I leave.
Yeah, she's in the back.
Karen, I just want you to know I'm really sorry you had to quit your job.
Do you think I'm that stupid?
I mean it.
Watch out, Brenda. Your nose is growing.
Why do you have to act like that? You know, I'm trying to have a genuine moment with you here. I know we haven't exactly been best friends, but I can really relate with what you're going through.
No, you can't. You have no idea what I'm going through.
Yes, I do. I understand. I mean, we both have to make these big decisions right now about what we're doing with our lives, you know? And it's not easy.
Brenda, just say it, okay? What? What?
I know you have somebody new in your life. And I just want you to know that I really hope you're as happy with him as I am with Jagger. It's funny, you know, the way things work out exactly the way they're supposed to, isn't it?
I think what you're doing is incredibly brave.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, what are you talking about? It takes incredible courage to look Ryan in the eye and tell him what he did to you.
I don't know if I'd be able to do it.
I really don't think I have any choice. You see, I have this voice inside of me that's screaming to be heard. Not that I think that anything I have to say is going to have any effect on Ryan or make any difference in his rehabilitation, but I have to get it out in order to breathe again.
I'll have to admit, darling, there were times when I thought you'd never make it back again. But now I see that fire back in your eyes. Well, I'm very proud of you.
Well, be proud of yourself, because you're the reason I'm here.
You know, Mac, you really can't seem to let go of this crazy idea that Ryan killed Jessica, can you?
I'm telling you, Sean, it's not crazy.
He's been getting away with murdering women for years. He knows how to pull this thing off without missing a beat.
Well, aren't we forgetting one little detail? There is no way he could have gotten out of that hospital room. We checked it out ourselves.
Yeah, well, that is problematic,
Oh,
isn't
to
it?
say the least. Look, I wish it was true, but I think we're reaching.
Wait a minute, Sean. Look, I hear what you're saying, but just hear me out for a second. Look, if he got out, if there was a way, there must be some kind of evidence that he left behind somewhere. Something in your room that the police overlooked, that they didn't bother to check since you were so cooperative to give him the killer.
What kind of evidence are you talking about?
I don't know, Sean, anything.
All we need is one thing to prove that he got out.
Otherwise, you're going to prison for something you didn't do.
I can't believe this. I really can't
Are
believe
you just gonna stand here and yell at me?
How could you expect me to react any differently? Look, the woman has not said one true thing since she chose to come in and darken our lives.
Darken our lives? Aren't you a little overdramatic here?
No, not at all, because she is a liar, and I gave you proof.
Well, since when has your moral sensibilities been offended by a couple of lies? You're no angel yourself.
I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to ignore that because this isn't about me. This is about dear, sweet, butter won't melt in her mouth, Catherine. Scott Baldwin, she took you for a ride. And if you choose to forgive her, then you're a big fool.
Listen, I talked to her. So if you would just listen.
Okay, fine. I'd be fascinated to hear that. Go ahead.
Well, then shut your pie hole up so you can hear a word I'm saying.
Well, don't you see what happened? She had a mother that was a servant in Dominique's house. Don't you think she resented it? Don't you think she hated the fact that she was poor as a little church mouse and Dominique was living the high life?
You know, I don't know why I'm bothering here. I mean, you've got it all figured out.
I do. Just listen to this, okay? She comes to town to see her friend. Oh, no, wait, her former employer. Oh, maybe she was trying to get a job reference or something. You know what happens? She comes to see her friend, but the friend's dead. Poor Dominique died. How unfortunate. But wait, opportunity is knocking. What self-respecting con artist could miss an opportunity to get her greedy little paws on Dominique's money, huh? How could she miss out on an opportunity? All she has to do is flim-flam her poor, grieving husband.
This is such a typical you situation. You know, you get something in your head here, and you just make it all up, and it becomes fantasy land to you, and you don't want to actually hear what really happened.
Okay. I'm calm. I'm fine. I want to hear it. Tell me what Catherine said actually happened.
All right, I will. All right, she admits that she lied about who she was. But the truth is that she did have that relationship with Dominique. She was married to Charles. All of that stuff happened.
Oh, this is so amazing to me. It's amazing. I can't believe it. You were actually so eager to buy into this entire crock. What is with you? Do you think she's not lying about this just because she says so?
This is pointless here. I'm just gonna keep going around the block with you. I'm gonna end up at the same house.
That's because I don't believe this myself. She stole $250,000 from you.
She did not steal, Lucy. I loaned her the money. She borrowed. She's gonna pay me back.
Right. Okay, she's gonna pay you back. Well, you know something, Buster? You aren't gonna see one single red cent of that money. I promise you that.
Please, talk to her, all right? Just talk to her. Is that too much?
No,
talk.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. You're actually convincing yourself. You are actually trying to convince yourself to forgive her. Oh!
I am not backing down, and I am not going to quit. I've waited too long, worked too hard, and hurt too much.
Take it easy.
And the last thing I need right now is for you giving up on me.
Oh, I'm here. I'm not going to let you down.
It's just so hard. I'm tired of pretending. I'm starting to feel awful about myself and Scott. But I am still not going to quit.
What do you mean, feel awful?
I just wish that Scott was somebody else. I mean, he doesn't really deserve this. I mean, he had every reason to be furious at me. Instead, he sat here and listened to me try to explain. And when he walked out that door, he was really trying to understand.
Great guy.
He is, actually.
Catherine, you're breaking the cardinal rule. Never, ever have sympathy for the mark.
I know. I'm sorry. I had a temporary crisis of conscience. It's over now.
Good. Just keep saying to yourself, $100 million. $100 million.
$100 million.
I just hate this.
I'm sorry, Ruby. You'll find somebody, though.
Oh, that's not it. I'm going to miss your dear, sweet face.
You're not getting rid of me. I promise you I'm going to be in here all the time for my regular fix of chili, you know?
It's not the same.
I know, but it's for the best, okay? I just... With this and work and school and everything, I'm burning out. I can't do it all.
Well, I hope overload is the reason you're leaving.
They're not. That's what you're talking about.
Crossed my mind.
No, Jagger and I are through, and he can be with whoever he wants, even if it's her. People heard the things that you say to me sometimes. We'd be in big trouble.
Lucas talking.
Let's do something together today.
What do you have in mind?
I don't know, we could have a picnic in a secluded little spot.
Karen?
What?
You didn't come home last night. Where have you been?
Mom, will you please lower your voice?
Can I have an answer?
I was just busy.
Doing what?
Work. I'm always at work. What's the big deal?
It is a big deal to me because I am worried about you.
Well, you shouldn't be because I'm fine.
No, you're not.
Now you're telling me how I should feel.
I know what kind of hours you were putting in, and your workload is insane.
Yes, but I am handling it just fine. Besides that, I just quit my job here, so my workload will be lightened.
I don't think so. And I think that quitting Ruby's is a big mistake.
What's up with you? You can't have it both ways.
I don't want to, and I know that. I, just like you, think that you have to cut back on something, but I think it should be the hospital.
No. I chose medicine as a profession. I need to be there.
Honey, your job at General Hospital has you out all hours of the night. Now, how do you think you're going to get any rest if the only sleep you get is the sleep you get in the residence quarters?
I'm not quitting my job there. I like my night job.
Well, then I'll just talk to Bobby myself.
Mom!
No, I'm not going to back down on this one because I know I'm right. Now, you must be able to get some medical experience without running yourself in the ground. Now, I am sure that if you ask Ruby, she'll be happy to give you your job back. Yeah, I hope I'm not out of line.
You're right on the money. Karen's got a job with me anytime she wants. You know that, honey.
Well,
I tell you what, I'll shorten up the hours and lessen the workload.
see, so everything is great.
But, Mom, that's not fair, Ruby. She shouldn't have to change everybody else's hours just for me. That's not right.
It's no problem.
It's settled.
Mom.
It is settled.
Okay, I'll stay.
Terrific.
Thanks, Ruby.
Morning, everyone.
Oh, good morning.
Excuse me.
Sean, we're going to pursue this whether you like it or not.
Look, Mac, don't get me wrong. I have no objection if you two want to keep looking for evidence against Ryan. I'm just trying to be realistic.
Hey, come on, move along, Chamberlain.
Felicia, did Abby Mitchell tell you I asked for some time with you?
Yes,
When should I expect you?
never.
You know, this attitude of yours really hurts, Felicia.
Yeah, well, you'll get used to it.
You know, Ryan, why don't you make it your new project? You're gonna have plenty of time where you're going.
From what I hear, you'll be right behind me, Commissioner.
All right, Ryan, that's enough. Come on.
Don't bother looking for me. I'll see you on the inside.
God, there's nothing he can do. He just keeps coming back.
Listen, his luck's about to run out, Felicia. I promise you we'll get the evidence. We need to put him away for a long time.
All rise. Hear ye, hear ye. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Matthew Winan presiding.
right back.
I'll be here.
Well, we're getting pretty cozy.
Sorry?
You and Brenda, who would have thought it?
I would have thought about a lot of things.
And I take it you two are an item?
I don't know what makes an item, but Brenda has been through a lot with me. And I always knew exactly how things were with Brenda. There's a lot more I can say for other people.
Ruby, do you need me to work this afternoon?
If you can.
Sure. I know Jagger's going out.
You got a problem with that?
No, I don't.
Good.
Why would I?
Look, the two of you, as long as you're working together, will you try to stop sniping? It's beginning to disturb customers, okay?
So, Brenda said something to me a little earlier
Oh, yeah? What's that?
about my new boyfriend.
Hey, don't look at me.
Oh, well, let's see. Where else could have she heard
Hey,
it?
listen, you're not exactly subtle, okay? You got limo, you got
Don't
flowers
use that
and
excuse again.
I told you I wouldn't tell anybody, and I didn't. I mean, Karen, how am I supposed to act? You want me to be happy for you? Maybe congratulate you for your new career? Is that it?
You didn't even have any business there.
As far as I know, it's a free country.
And you know what else? You had no right to go after Sonny.
Listen, you don't want me to get into a discussion about last night, all right?
Now I know why I didn't want to come back to work here.
As far as I'm concerned, you haven't. And you're not even in the room.
Ready?
Yeah? What are you doing? Take care of that.
Thanks. I could think of better things for you to do.
Do something for me.
Hmm?
Oh, yeah, that. Always that.
What else do you have in mind?
Just stay steady for me. Be your wonderful, detached, analytical self about all this. If you let yourself seriously get jealous about Scott, you are going to be a bigger complication than Lucy Coe.
We have a deal. You don't sleep with Scott. I have no reason to be jealous.
Well, it may be irrelevant anyway. And Scott may understand my motives. But I don't think he's going to be able to forgive me. Hello? Sure.
Scott?
He's on his way up.
Before I pronounce sentence, Mrs. Hardy, I understand you have something you want to say.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Step forward, please.
Thank you for letting me speak here today. I've been through a great deal of therapy over this incident, one-on-one and group, and the consensus seems to be that if you can face your attacker, you should do it. It's a vital step in your recovery. So in searching my soul, I find that I do agree. Even though I know firsthand what you're capable of, I stand here looking at you and I see Ryan. The delightful, charming, competent Dr. Chamberlain. The man I worked with for many months, the man I liked, respected, even trusted. Still, it seems inconceivable to me that the monster who broke into our home and brutalized my husband and me looks out of the same eyes as that other man. But I know he does. I've tried very hard to find the compassion in my heart to forgive you, Ryan. I wish I were a bigger person. Because you need compassion and forgiveness and understanding in order to begin the kind of a journey I can't even fathom. You're going to have to find your way back to a humanity that you lost so many years ago. And I hope you get there. But you're going to have to look somewhere else for forgiveness because I cannot give it to you. When you invaded our home that day, you not only attempted to murder our bodies, you tried to take our spirits as well. And you got a piece of mine. You did. But not for long, because that piece of my soul doesn't belong to you. It belongs to me, and I am taking it back. Ryan, I know full well that you carry wounds. Terrible, terrible wounds that have never had a chance to heal. But so do we all. And you cannot use them to brutalize other people the way you brutalized me and my husband. Your Honor, I strongly urge you to give this man the maximum sentence allowable under the law.
Thank you, Mrs. Hardy. I will take your words under advisement. Dr. Chamberlain, would you like to say something on your own behalf before I pass sentence?
Yes, I would.
Your Honor, I am incredibly moved by Mrs. Hardy's words. Anyone can see that she has suffered greatly, and for that, I am truly sorry.
Steve, Audrey, I have tried so many times to remember the things you say that I did. I know I must have. Because you swore to it before God in front of all these witnesses. And even though I have no memory of it, and though it's difficult to do so, I can only accept your word as the truth. And I hope that someday you will forgive me. Not now. Not even soon. But someday. It's appalling to think myself capable. Anyway, I am profoundly sorry. I know it doesn't mean much. But I never meant to hurt either of you. I had no reason to. And the only thing that I can say in my own defense, and I know that there is no defense, is that the games being perpetrated against me had an even greater effect than I thought they had. To tell you the truth, Audrey, I wish you had been my mother. Felicia, I still can't understand how something that had such hope for the future ended here, like this. And to this day, I don't know why you turned on me. No, that's not true. I do know. Mac came along. There, I said it. No hard feelings. It happens sometimes. But nothing, not Mac, not this court, not the events that brought us here, or even the sentence that I'll receive today, can change the way I feel about you. I love you. I think it would be easier to stop breathing than to stop loving you.
Your Honor, I'm ready to accept whatever sentence you deem appropriate.
It's days like this when I don't enjoy my job very much, Dr. Chamberlain. A young man with your intelligence and potential stands before me accused of vicious crimes, waiting to be taken out of a society he could have contributed to. It's a sad moment for our entire community, because you could have made a real difference. I'm sentencing you to a total of 25 years on 2 counts of assault and 1 count of attempted murder. Order. After taking into account testimony from the court-appointed psychiatrists and the other evidence which has been presented, I am remanding you into the custody of the state mental hospital system until such time as you will be judged mentally competent to serve the rest of your sentence in prison. I believe you are a danger to yourself as well as to others. I hope you find the help you need.
All rise.
How the hell can this happen? That man belongs in prison.
Wait a minute. At least he's off the street.
Fortunately, not for long.
Well, I have an idea that these next 25 years are going to go very slowly.
According to Sean and Mac, it could be 8 years.
8?
I knew this was going to happen.
Look, honey, I know it doesn't seem like much, but this is the best sentence we could have gotten with the evidence we were allowed to present. And believe me, the man is not going to have very much fun in that mental hospital.
Did you see that?
What?
How calm he is. Look at him. It's like he's a different guy. Don't you remember what happened after his conviction? I mean, all the yelling and screaming. He threw the table over. They had to restrain him and drag him out of the courtroom.
And the next thing he pulled was that suicide attempt, which I never bought.
I'm convinced more than ever it's all an act.
Perfectly planned and executed in order to get admitted to the hospital.
Which he knew how to get out of, and he did.
Long enough to murder Jessica, Sean.
Look, we got some work to do. There's something out there, Sean, that's gonna prove you didn't kill her. I know it.
Hi. You going to New York?
Tonight.
Must have been kind of a sudden decision, huh?
I just couldn't stay. I just couldn't stay.
Wait a second. Friends are supposed to forgive each other.
That's asking too much.
Well, it's worth a shot, isn't it? I wish that you had trusted me enough to tell me the truth.
I didn't know how.
Well, you know what? Here's how I see it. You can call yourself whatever you want, but you've been a great friend to me. I mean, you've really helped me come to grips with losing Dominique and getting my life back on track, and I'm very grateful for that.
You were really remarkable, do you know that? Are you sure you want me to stay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Well, what about Lucy?
What about Lucy?
Well, I think I should try to go make her understand.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, Lucy is an important part of your life. She's carrying your baby. I need to make peace with her.
Home because I've been sitting and waiting on your stupid. My bottom's sore.
Waiting for me or for my husband?
Gee, Bobby, you don't have to make it sound like that.
My husband. That's what I thought.
Bobby,
Excuse me.
you don't have
She's your guest, darling. You entertain her. I'll make coffee.
You know, she still just doesn't like me very much, does she?
Lucy, you don't want to get into that. Now, just tell me, how did it go with Scott, okay?
Well, I'm never, ever going to understand this, but he is actually on the verge of forgiving her.
Well, she must have had a hell of an excuse.
Oh, yeah, this is good. She didn't like her own identity. That's a great excuse, don't you think? And here I gave him all the facts. I gave him the real Catherine Crawford's head right before him. How can he believe anything she says after that?
I don't know, but obviously she said something that made sense to him.
No, she's brainwashed him. That's what it is.
Well, Lucy, you did the best you could. Now pick up your marbles and go home.
Hell, I won't. Tony.
Would you just listen to me for a minute? Now, you tried to protect somebody you care about. You know, your big problem is you don't know how to stop.
I am not going to stop because she is not going to stop.
You don't know
I
that.
know that. I know that. Trust me.
Stop controlling people's lives. That's my advice for the day. How about that? So go home before my wife gets here. Get out of here.
She's really jealous of me, isn't she?
You know, the real truth is she can't stand the sight of you. She has a very short fuse, so just go.
I'm going. Thanks.
Is it safe?
Oh, yeah. I actually asked her to stay for dinner, but she declined.
Not amusing.
Well, I guess she had to be there.
I gotta tell you, I don't like this budding friendship with Lucy. What does she want with you all of a sudden, anyway?
You know, she just wants somebody to listen to her. Her protective instincts are in overdrive, and I think she's on to something.
Well, let her get onto it with somebody else's husband.
You are jealous, aren't you?
Should I be?
I like this. This is cool.
I'm sorry. I know this is silly, but I don't trust the woman, and I never will.
Well, you know what? In spite of all your differences, you just sounded just like Lucy to me.
Garcia, thanks for responding so
Hey, you
quickly.
can count on me, boss. I hope you know that.
Yeah, I do know, and I appreciate it. Mac, Felicia, and I have a request.
What can I do?
Mac?
We're interested in the lab reports of evidence that was found in Schoen's room the night of the murder.
Anything specific?
Yeah, anything you might be able to find. I mean, maybe forensics didn't check on all the fingerprints. Or maybe they found something that didn't show up in the official arrest report the first time.
Can you help us?
Sure, I'll get right on it.
All right. Thanks.
It's a start.
Mm-hmm. Want to get her out? Here. You having fun?
Yeah, it's great.
I know you're just so quiet sometimes. I don't know if you're happy or sad or what.
Or maybe I'm just quiet.
Okay. So what do you think about this spot?
Just like you told me. Isolated, secluded. Exactly what I need.
I'm glad.
You always seem to know. Why is that, Brenda?
Maybe because I think about it. Because you matter so much to me. You know, there's another reason why I picked this spot.
Why is that?
Well, it's right near that cabin that I found you in when you took off that time. I love that memory. When we were sitting in front of the fire talking, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Some kind of madness keeps me coming back for more. I don't care if every word you say is a lie. Don't even wonder where you've been tonight. I got a problem, baby. I'm weak for love. You get me laughing. Put off what I came to say. I don't know if I meant it after all. You got the bluest eyes I ever saw. I got a problem, baby. I'm weak for
Where'd you go?
I'm right here.
Just makes me so mad, you know, because anytime I ever needed my mother, she was always too busy with her boyfriends. And now, I'd just like it if she could just leave me alone, and I can't get rid of her.
So what happened?
I went to quit my job at Kelly's today, and she corners me, and I couldn't do it. And now she wants me to quit my night job instead.
So tell her you don't want to.
No, but it's not that easy. I can't. I don't have a choice.
You always have a choice, Carrie. You can do anything you want to do. It's your life.
I know.
You don't. Then why do you keep letting people point you in directions you don't want to go?
Because the only time I really feel independent is when I'm with you.
So there's your answer. Be with me.
I mean, move in with you?
Well, invitations, I'll tell you, all you gotta do is pick it up.
Lucy! Catherine! Well, I guess you're, here to gloat.
Gloat?
Mm-hmm. I can tell by the look on your face that you've seen Scott, and, everything's just peachy, right?
Well, you know, as a matter of fact, Scott was generous enough to forgive me.
Yeah, well, Scott's a little too generous for his own good.
Lucy, I know the only reason you went to investigate me was you were trying to protect him.
Good thing, huh?
Well, I suppose it may seem that way. But eventually, I do hope to make you understand why I felt that I had to lie about who I was.
You know something, Catherine? I'm a pretty good liar myself. In fact, I've told many a whopper in my time, and I expect I'll tell a few more. But the thing you need to know here is that I see you. It's almost like I'm looking in a mirror, and I can kind of see myself. So do us both a favor and save the con job for Scott. Because it doesn't work on me, and all it does is make me really, really angry.
Well, Lucy, I don't know what else I could say to prove to you that I'm not after anything from Scott except his friendship.
Well, then that's just dandy, and I wouldn't lose any sleep over it because you've convinced Scott, and that's all that matters, isn't it?
Now, you were on duty outside Chamberlain's room the night of the murder.
That's right. What time did your shift start?
Around 4 p.m. I checked in on the prisoner. He was sleeping.
What time did you leave?
Midnight.
How often did you check on him?
Every hour and a half.
Oh, thank you, Parker, for coming by. If we have any more questions, I'll call you.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Thanks.
So we have a 90-minute window of opportunity.
Yeah, that's right. It gave Chamberlain plenty of time to go find Jessica, kill her, and return to his room, no one the wiser.
Garcia. Hi. You have anything for us?
Maybe. We found a blood-stained fiber on Jessica's body. Looked like it belonged to a bandage of some kind.
Ryan slashed his wrists. He could have been wearing bandages.
Was blood tested?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Jessica's?
Definitely not.
All right, Garcia, have a DNA run in that blood. Get back to us as soon as possible.
Okay, I'm on it.
We're almost there, Sean. I can tell, I can feel it.
If you stay here with me, I'd spend all my time making sure you were safe and protected and...
Oh, wait a minute. Who takes care of the club?
Who cares?
upstairs. I need to take care of this. You go ahead and go on, okay?
You're not gonna be too long, are you?
No. Do I look crazy? Open a bottle of champagne. By the time you pour it, I'll be there.
Okay.
How's it going, General? Hey, boss man. Special delivery from a punk. That's why I called you. I want to return the favor.
Who's the lucky guy?
His name is Jagger Cates.
Tonight, Thea goes back to school for management training, so the kids lay down some helpful study rules on Thea.